Hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? We're gonna make things very simple here. Welcome to Inside the Field. This is my little podcast or sports channel pretty much that I like to talk about sports mostly. It could be football, it could be basketball, it could be soccer, hell it could be hockey, tennis, boxing, MMA. Maybe not too far with that, but maybe someday we might get to those type of standards. But as you can see in front of me, we're going to talk about a certain topic that I've been hearing as a Giants fan for the past few days and for these next upcoming weeks, upcoming days, weeks into the season or into the end, yeah. There's a pretty big question to everyone's mind, and I want to shut that shit down automatically. Simple as it is, we are going to be talking about, as you can see in the top left, well, don't mind that. See, this is my first one, so we're going to ignore that. We are going to be talking about two specific players. Jaxson, Mr. Aura Dart, and Fernando, the Heisman winner, Mendoza. Now, as you can see where I'm going with this, we're talking about two quarterbacks, two young prospect quarterbacks that, one, Jaxson Dart's in the NFL. He's our franchise QB. And Fernando Mendoza, who is most likely, by default, just because he won the Heisman, he's going to be the first overall pick of the 2025 NFL draft. Or 2026, I should say. My bad. 2026. Same shit. So, I want to make things very clear, people. The question was, should we trade up? Or no, should we trade Jaxson, Mr. Aura himself, Dart, to another team to use this first overall pick to draft Mendoza? That must have been the most stupidest question I've ever seen in my life. Or I've ever heard, actually. I hope it will excuse any of my language throughout this entire video. This is mostly going to be, again, I talk about sports and I try to talk about it in the most professional way possible. But when it comes to topics like this, it pisses me off mainly. So we need to actually get this going because we're talking about two quarterbacks that are very good. There's nothing about it, nothing new about it. So let's first talk about Mr. Orr himself, Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart came into the league first round, 25th pick overall in the draft this year. He was just a rookie. He was a backup quarterback to Russell Wilson and even maybe debatably James Winston, but he was our second. Jaxson Dart was our second player. Now, Russell Wilson plays ass, plays terrible. Okay, cool. Let's go back. Let me show you something here. We shit the bed against. Oh wow. This is my first video. Sorry. We shit the bed against the Commanders. Okay, 21-6. Cool. All right, cool. Commanders. They have Jaden Daniels. They have a strong team from last year because they went to the conference. Whatever it is. Cool. Cool. Past divisional. Cool. But mind you, the first two games are away. Then we go against Cowboys. This was a tough loss because, again, one is the Cowboys, and two, we need to understand the fact that Russell Wilson dropped 450 yards, passing yards. 450 passing yards. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He played so much better than Dak, and to be honest, and Malik Neighbors went insane for 167, and Wandell played crazy. Cam Scatterbo even got a touchdown. We'll get to Cam Scatterbo in another video, maybe in this one, but Russell Wilson played amazing. And this is when everyone talked about, oh, Mr. Unlimited, he's back. Oh, Giants have a good quarterback. This is unlucky loss because they have Brandon Aubrey. They're gonna play well anyways. They're gonna win kicks. Cool. We lost in overtime. I was sad, but when I saw this game, Russell Wilson played amazing, and again, this showed that he maybe still has the talent. I take everything back I said. We went against the Chiefs. Now again, it's the Chiefs. What do I expect from the Chiefs? I expect them with Mahomes and everyone on the team to whoop our asses and to beat us to a pulp. Russell Wilson, 2 interceptions, 160 yards. Didn't really play good. Our only highlight of this game was Cam Scattaboo had over 100 yards of rushing and receiving. As you can see, right there, 121 yards rushing and receiving. He literally was our best wide receiver, and he was our best running back, obviously. He had a touchdown and almost 2. But he was actually the best player in the game. I'm telling you that right now, he was the best player in that game. He made that game entertaining. When he gave us that touchdown in the second quarter, that made us have hope until we missed the extra point. Moving on. Now, we go on into this game, and again, this was a very scrappy, ugly game. Very scrappy, ugly game. We are 0-3. 0-3. We go against an undefeated Chargers who look dominant, who look insane, crazy team. And to be honest, I was really fucking scared. I was like, oh my god, we are going to lose and we're going to get pummeled by this team. But it was a home game. And this was a time where Brian Dable was like, oh my god, I need to save my job. Again, that might be another video. I'm very sorry with everything. I might have to make a video just to catch up everything, but overall, this is more just concerning of like, hey, you know what? I'm a Giants fan. I'm going to talk about the Giants the entire video pretty much. But the main topic of this is, do the Giants get rid of Jaxson Dart for Fernando Mendoza, or do we keep Jaxson Dart? So I will get into that in a few moments. But I'm just trying to talk about the Giants season in general. And the background of Jaxson Dart to help people that don't understand why am I calling this the dumbest question ever, because all of ESPN has been talking about it. Every sports analyst, every journalist has been like, oh yeah, maybe you should do it. Stupid. So Dart plays, he starts. First drive of the game, my guy runs in for a touchdown. Mr. Orr himself, and as you can see right here, he's doing his little shimmy dance, whatever it is. The little white boy got motion, as they say. So, played amazing. 111 yards. Obviously, it doesn't seem too crazy. Obviously, it was a low-scoring game. But you know, for what it was, amazing. Plus, our defense did really good too. I will say that. But we beat the undefeated Chargers with our rookies, with Jaxson Dart and Cam Scattaboo. And Darius Slayton actually played somewhat decent for the amount of targets he had. He's a whole... Oh my god, Darius Slayton. I get it, you're a veteran, but Jesus, man, you gotta catch the ball sometimes. That's a later topic. Giants win. Good. Cool. We're all high and mighty, right? We should beat the Saints, as the Saints look like arguably the worst team in the league. That's not the Titans. No, this is when our rookies actually become rookies, and Dart throws 2 interceptions. Did throw 2 touchdowns, though, and Cam Scattaboo did have a fumble. So this is when everything started crumbling for us, and that's when we were like, you know what, we might actually have to like rethink of what we're doing. But again, they were rookies, so it's like it happens. You know, no excuse, obviously, sometimes, but they're rookies. It's their first season. Give them a break. They play amazing. They're still a good duo. I love Scattaboo. I love Dart and all of them. Screw whatever I said, though, because we play at home against Philadelphia on Thursday night. This is probably our Super Bowl, to be honest. This was the best game of the season for us, obviously, as we whooped the Eagles' ass, the Super Bowl defending champs. As you can see, they did not score in 2 quarters. Our defense was actually insane. Dart played great. Cam Scattaboo, the GOAT, put up 3 tutties. He put up over 100 yards total, passing and receiving. My guy, insane. Saquon who? Saquon fucking washed, because Saquon hasn't done anything this whole season, so I'm coping. Cam Scattaboo did everything. So, and Jaxson Dart. Again, and Wan'Dale Robinson did great too. Oh my god, Wan'Dale Robinson, amazing. Cam Scattaboo trucked Zach Bond. Love to see that every time. But these two with their celebration and all that, they gave the Giants some spark. They gave us some hope, and they gave us like, oh, you know what? This might actually be a decent team moving forward. Oh, mind you, this was without Malik Neighbors, because Malik Neighbors got hurt in the Chargers game. He had a torn ACL, MCL, turf toe. He had every injury in the book for his lower legs. Pretty much the summary of the rest of the season. That was only our 2 wins. We choked against the Broncos, and we were playing so good. This game hurt my soul, as I wasn't even home and I was trying to watch the game. Damn it, not Saquon. Scattaboo has a broken ankle. That already defined how the game went. We lost. And yeah, we choked against the Bears. We choked against the 49ers, right? No, we just got spanked by them. We did choke against them. Oh no, kind of choke. The rest of the season was pretty much a given. Like we're gonna lose pretty much every game. There was an era of Jameis Winston playing for a week or two because Jaxson Dart had a concussion. In the Bears game, right? It had to be the Bears game, if I'm not mistaken, because yeah, because James Winston played great for the 2 games he had. James Winston with the Packers and the Lions. Look at this Lions game. Well, what is going on? But then again, we choke, and to be honest, again, that's a Jameis Winston stat line. And again, the 2 best games we had this year that are losses were from 2 defenses that are absolute dog shit. So it makes sense. Any team that goes against the Cowboys defense or the Lions defense, we're gonna put points up on the board, but they have arguably the better offense that they can put more points than us. So. And now we're on to today, where this past weekend we lost against Commanders. Not surprised. At home, by the way, not surprised. Because again, we don't have Cam Scatterboot, we do not have Malik Neighbors, we don't have Brian Dable as he's fired. We have Mike Kafka, and Abdul Carter's finally playing like an actual player for once. Finally doing something. No shade to Abdul Carter. I love Abdul Carter. I think he's a great player. He's gonna be definitely a good edge rusher in the league. He just needed time. Oh, and I could not forget. I thought this was a joke. We actually waived our kicker. We waived like our 5th kicker this season, guys. Young Koo is gone. I actually liked him because when he was in the Falcons, he played really well. But then again, that's the past. Again, yes, he did suck. He did suck. And it wasn't even only the Commanders game. It was also Patriots. I think even Lions. I think he missed one too. Like there was times where he was missing a few actually, and there was some he actually did well in. But he was missing in some of those games. But the Commanders was the last straw because again, if he would have made those 2 field goals, game probably would have been a bit different. Probably would have gave us some more motivation. But again, we can't really go for field goals when our kicker is not really the best, or he not really is the best anymore, and we can't really go for 4th down, because if we go for 4th down, then we lose turnover on downs, they can score on us. So now we're looking forward to, this is gonna be Sunday. Yeah, so we're playing at home on Sunday against the Vikings. Then we have an away game at the Raiders Sunday as well, and then we have a Cowboys game. It's a flex, which I don't even know how this game. This is gonna be our Super Bowl as well. We're playing at home. Cowboys not going to the playoffs anymore just because they lost against every other team that they just went against. And I was gonna say it's funny how we won every preseason game. Sorry again. Oh my god. Sorry. I didn't mean to click on that. Oh my god, this is so bad. I'm sorry, guys. We beat the Bills, we beat the Jets, and we beat the Patriots all in preseason. Mind you, we beat the Patriots preseason team 42-10, but actual season we lose 33-15. Who was actually in this game? Forgot about that. That's my goat. This was amazing. Okay, what? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the concussion protocol. But DeVito and all of them. Tom DeVito is a goat, by the way. Just saying, Tom DeVito is a goat. Now he's in New England. Okay, now forget all that because that's not the point of this video. Our season's over. We're 2-12. We are the 4th in the NFC East. We're not going to the playoffs. We're not even going to nowhere near the Super Bowl. We're not even touching a wild card anytime soon. We're looking forward to next year. But the main question is again, we're gonna most likely have the 1st round pick. Well, we'll see after these 3 games, but this game here, the Raiders, that's gonna decide who gets the 1st round. I don't know if we beat the Vikings. I don't know. The Cowboys, again, I don't know. We could win all these 3 to be honest, but we need to make sure that the Raiders win more games. If not, they might get the 1st round. They might get the 1st overall pick. But that's fine, to be honest. But the thing is, how do we deal with this, right? We might get the 1st overall pick, and we have a guy named Fernando Mendoza who just won the Heisman and is having, as for what they say, a phenomenal year in University of Indiana. Now, if we compare these two, Jaxson Dart is, my God. Jaxson Dart is 6'2", 223 pounds, while Mendoza is 6'5", 225 pounds. Now, they might not be the most accurate. They might be somewhat different, but they're what they are. Jaxson Dart's 22. Wow. Wow. Okay, Mendoza's a junior, but they don't tell us the. Okay, they just don't. Can I see his bio? How old is he? They don't even tell me how old the kid is. I don't even know how old is he. I don't even know how old the kid is. Wow. Forget that. Cool. Forget it. So Jaxson Dart this year has 1,802 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a 61.8 QBR. For a rookie, this is really good. This is really good, actually. For a rookie, this is amazing, to be fair. No one expected Jaxson Dart to play at this. He's exceeded my expectations. He's exceeded everyone's expectations. But to be honest, coming out of Ole Miss reminds us of Eli Manning. This kid was a next upcoming, Eli, as we say. So why is the freaking Kansas City Chiefs playing against the Titans? Oh my God, it's a free win. So we get Jaxson Dart and he plays amazing. Cool. Now, there's a big issue with Jaxson Dart from what a lot of people are saying, and I understand because I will say about it. I will talk about it too. Jaxson Dart has been in 5 concussion protocols out of the 10 games he's played. Out of the 10 games he's played, he's been assumed or checked on 5 times for a concussion protocol. Now, again, the last what was it? It was against Commanders where they brought in James Winston for 1 play. Again, because they wanted to check to get a concussion. Jaxson Dart did not hit his head. He did not land on it. Nothing happened to his head. They just brought him for a concussion protocol, which makes absolutely no sense. He was just limping a bit. But that doesn't. They're painting a narrative where they're like, oh, Jaxson Dart doesn't want to protect himself. He doesn't want to slide. He wants to play tough and all that. He's going to hurt himself. He's not going to have a long career. Like, as they call Jaxson Dart and Cam Scatterwood the CTE brothers because they both are hard-headed and they're going to go straight headfirst at everyone and just run through like a freight train or a truck. That's understandable. That's very much understandable. But I don't think that's Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart said he's going to play tough. He says it's not soccer, it's football, and that, however they think of him, he's going to play the same way he plays every time. And I respect that. I respect that totally. We need that. We need that kind of that moxie kind of cockiness we need in that team. We need the energy up there. Cam Scatterwood brought that too until he got hurt. And it sucks because I wish I got to see Jaxson Dart, Malik Neighbors play together for the entire year because I feel like that would have been a great – because we need wide receivers. We do. We cannot rely on our receiver core right now. It's really not the greatest. But Jaxson Dart is looked at as our franchise quarterback. He's 22 years old. He's looked at as our franchise after the season itself because he's played so good. And to be honest, the rest of the season, doesn't even matter how he plays. Who can care less? He is probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm sorry, Mbuka. I'm sorry, everyone else. Jaxson Dart is a quarterback. They're going to want to give it to a quarterback, especially a rookie like him with all the headlines, especially in a Giants team. And if you look at these stats, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a 61.8 QBR, and 1,102 passing yards, and the season's not even over. He's going to have over 2,000 by the end of the season. So you can't really write a better story than that. And he's coming back from concussion protocol, and he's still playing good. So I think he'll win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So coming off that, why? Why in God's green earth, whoever came up with this question about, oh, the Giants can get the first overall pick, they should get rid of Jaxson damn Dart, Mr. Aura, to get Fernando Mendoza from Indiana. Now, okay. Fernando Mendoza, this season so far, 2,980 yards, 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 88.5 QBR. Cool. He's having a baller year. But compared to other Heisman winners, this is almost nothing to them. Look at Joe Burrow. Look at freaking Tua and all of them. That was nowhere near. I may be wrong, but I'm just naming quarterbacks that played so much better. So, yeah. But then again, Fernando Mendoza is playing on University of Indiana, and they are undefeated, 13-0, and they are the number 1 seed in the college football playoffs right now. And they are most likely have the highest odds possibly to go to all the way to the national championship. But I don't think in God's green hell, no matter how good he plays, even if he wins the Natty and then goes to the draft, I don't think in God's green earth that we get rid of Jaxson Dart to start over with Fernando Mendoza. It makes no sense. Because you have to understand, number one, why that means we just wasted this pick. we just wasted a pick on Jaxson Dart. That's number one. That means we just basically told Jaxson Dart, hey, just do the season for us. We used you to tank, and that's it. And we're gonna give you to someone maybe in our division or someone that needs a quarterback. Why? Like it's like for example, what if we give Jaxson Dart to who needs a quarterback right now? Shit, I'd say the Browns, but they have Shador, so it's fine. The Jets. Yeah, you give Jaxson Dart to the Jets. He stays in New York. To be honest, now that looks like now you give the Jets would be happy because they're like, oh shit, we got Jaxson Dart. You know what? They can't complain. But the thing is, the point I'm trying to say is that Jaxson Dart has less value of trading him away than us trading away the number 1 overall pick. The number 1 overall pick has way more value than us trading away Jaxson Dart himself only. So if we trade away Jaxson Dart and we keep the number 1 pick, we lost value. We lost cap and everything because Jaxson Dart is not worth the number 1 pick, obviously, as we assume. Because he's a 25th pick round. But he exceeded everyone's expectations. Because if we do a redraft or a mock draft of this past year's draft, Jaxson Dart actually would probably be in the top 5 because of how good he is. So Cam Ward would probably still be number 1, but Jaxson Dart would probably be in the top 3, top 4 for a quarterback. So, or no, the Giants would take him at number 3 instead of Abdul Carter. I just realized that. Abdul Carter will probably go in 25 maybe, if we have the chance. So, but we have to understand that Jaxson Dart is great for what he does. His play style is good for a rookie. He's from Ole Miss again, like I said, so he's gonna be like, showing shades of Eli. It's tough, and I don't want to get rid of Jaxson Dart. I don't. People are like, oh, maybe we should consider a conversation on ESPN. No, ESPN. Why? No. As I see Stephen A. Smith and them talking about Tua in the bottom right. Jesus Christ. No, I don't think we should get rid of Jaxson Dart. I think that's the stupidest thing ever. Jaxson Dart is our franchise quarterback. I believe in him fully. I think almost every Giants fan believes in him. And if we start over with Fernando Mendoza, not only we have to start with the whole team over again and build around Mendoza, we just broken up the relationship of Jaxson Dart, Russell Wilson, James Winston. That's 4 quarterbacks, by the way, if we don't get rid of Jaxson Dart. 2, you ruin the relationship of Jaxson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, Malik Neighbors, and almost the entire team itself because now Cam Scatterbo has to adjust to Mendoza. And 3, Mendoza doesn't run. Do we all know that? Mendoza doesn't really run. Mendoza stays in the pocket. He's really good in the pocket. Yes. He could throw the ball. Jaxson Dart could throw the ball. Jaxson Dart has done throws that I didn't even know he can fucking do. Jaxson Dart did a throw in the freaking, what was it? Oh my god, what game was it? The New England game, yeah. He did a jump ball kind of like side thing where he was going to get sacked, but he still threw the ball to Wandell or was Theo Johnson. My guy still threw it and almost got sacked, but he still did it. He did like a Patrick Mahomes type throw. That should be the only time I mention Patrick Mahomes in this video ever, okay? I'm not trying to glaze Patrick Mahomes as much. But yeah, so if Jaxson Dart can do those throws, almost as similar or even better than Fernando Mendoza, why do we need to bring him in? Why do we need to bring Fernando Mendoza in? I get it, he's good. I get it. Mendoza's a great prospect. He's gonna possibly do good in the league. He probably will do really good in the league. But I don't think he's the guy for us. I don't think he can handle New York, to be fair. I don't think he could. I'll be honest. I think Jaxson Dart's the guy for it easily. Jaxson Dart has the attitude and the energy for it. I think Mendoza's just a nice guy who will come in, but I think he has to earn people's respect when it comes to the team. Obviously, he's going to get mentored by, obviously, look at his quarterback room. You have Russell Wilson, James Winston. That's such an elite quarterback room, really. Okay, again, Russell Wilson. Guys, Russell Wilson's a great QB. He's a Hall of Famer. Please, let's not bash him as much. He's a Hall of Famer. It's just, it's time for him to hang it up sometimes. But he's a great mentor. He's won a Super Bowl. Who cares? James Winston, veteran, GOAT. So good. We love him. He'll throw 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2-3 interceptions. I don't give a fuck. He still plays good. That's an elite quarterback room, okay? So, that's really good. So, but I don't think we get rid of Jaxson Dart. I think we keep Jaxson Dart. Fernando Mendoza can go to another team. If we draft down with the number 1, because we can use the number 1 overall pick to draft to get lower, but to get more assets, like maybe more draft picks, or maybe get mainly more draft picks to get more players because we need more players. Like for example, we need another fucking wide receiver. Again, sorry for the language. And we can use that number 1 draft pick to also use that and also add a defensive player, a defensive lineman, like an edge rusher. No, not an edge rusher. An edge rusher. Yeah, what am I saying? An edge rusher. Like for example, our defensive line, we have Sexy Dexy. We have Lawrence. We have Brian Burns. Oh, Brian Burns needs to stay. We have Thibodeau, Abdul Carter. We have all those guys. We have those four. Those are our four core. Those, like, when people go against the Giants and they see that four, they're like, holy crap, that is a powerful defensive line. We gotta understand that that's a powerful defensive, like, powerful defense. Problem is, though, we put all of our eggs into that defensive line, and they did not bring as much. The only person that really brought the expectation this year was Brian Burns. Brian Burns is the second this in the league with sacks with 13. He's not passing Myles Garrett with 21. He's about to beat the record, maybe 22 at this point. So it's not that. But I think we need to realize that we might need to get rid of one of them. Abdul Carter needs to stay. Brian Burns needs to stay. I believe that, and as everyone's been talking about, apparently there's rumors about Dexter Lawrence not wanting to be a Giant anymore, not wanting to be here. I don't know how true that is, but if it had to be someone, it possibly could be him, just because I think he is the oldest out of everyone, and he's only gonna get older. But the thing is, he's so good. Like, he actually does make a difference, as you saw. Like, for example, in that Packers game, if we had him in the end, I think we possibly had a really good chance to win because our defense was really doing well in that game too. But he was crying on the bench because he really wanted to play. Because that, if he would have played, I think we would have had a really good chance. That's just how good and how much of a difference he makes into the defense. But again, our defensive line, for how good they are, did not go up to the standards I guess people really thought. But again, it's a new team, and again, we're going through a coaching change. So, but like we said, it's not an excuse, so we just have to move forward with it. But I would like to keep all my defensive linemen, but we might have to get rid of one of them because that might be too much. Because we have such a good defensive line, but we have so shit safeties and secondaries. Banks needs to get off the team. You're a good kick returner. Banks is a great kick returner, but he's not a good defensive player. Just stay as a special teams player, please. Special teams! Just stay as a special teams player. But I think he stays as that. And then, but Banks, yeah, no, don't. Banks, please don't play defense anymore. Just stay as special teams. Adebo can stay. Drew Phillips needs to stop holding people and getting PIs. Same as almost every other freaking safety in our team or secondary. And overall, we just need to get better defense. I think maybe we need to also get a really good kicker. We're not going to let our punter do any more kicks because that's just not his job. He's a punter. Gillian is just, I mean, I'm sorry. He's not, like, terrible. It's just that he's not a kicker. He's a punter. So he has another job to do. Not to kick the ball, but to punt the ball. So that's totally different. Cam Scatterby will come back. Malik Neighbors will come back. Jaxson Dart should hopefully be fully healthy when he's done with the season to give some time to rest and have an off season. And we should hopefully have... Oh, Slayton, bye. I'm sorry, Slayton, you're a great veteran, but you need to leave. Too many drop passes. Again, I think Slayton is another reason why we lost in that Washington game. We would have won that game if he didn't drop that touchdown. Simple as it is. Life easy. But I think we do need to get another receiver. To have a wide receiver too. Wandale's a great shout, but it's tough with his height, but he's very fast, but he still has a lot to go. Maybe we can give him another year, but we'll see how that goes as well. But overall, to make matters easy and to make life simple, with these two, Jaxson Dart is our franchise QB. Jaxson Dart's our franchise QB. He'll be our quarterback for the rest of the time for the Giants until he retires, hopefully. Or unless the Giants make a stupid move like, get rid of him like they did with Saquon and get someone stupid for it. I'm not saying Daniel Jones was stupid because Daniel Jones played phenomenal this year. Unfortunately, he had a torn Achilles. That's not his fault. It's not contact. But let's hope we don't get in a situation like that. But all respect to Fernando Mendoza. Congrats on winning the Heisman. Again, 32 touchdowns, almost 3,000 yards. He's going to have more than 3,000 anyways. He is, and he won the Dave O'Brien Award as the nation's top QB. He's gotten 2 or 3 awards that same night, so he's going to play amazing. And he's going to be a good quarterback. I just don't think not for the Giants. I think we already have our quarterback. And we have our foundation. We have our core. Like I said, we have Jaxson Dart. We have Cam Scatterby, Malik Neighbors, Wandale Robinson, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, Sexy Dexy, Thibodeau. That is our little core. That's literally our offense and defense right there. Simple as it is. So I think for now, we keep it that way, and we have to see how the rest of the season goes. I mean, we go against the Vikings this Sunday. They're still in. They still have a chance to go to playoffs, don't they? And you know what's crazy? Look at this. We apparently have a shot to win this game. What? Like how is the 6-8 Vikings against the two? Well, almost every game they've kind of put us almost as like a favorite, so it's kind of weird. And we're playing at home. That is true. But they have Justin Jefferson. It's like that's the thing. See, this is a sight to see. Justin Jefferson and Wando Robinson having the same almost. Oh no, Ronald Robinson has more yards than Justin Jefferson, more touchdowns, more receptions. That is an issue. That is a big, 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 big issue. That just shows how the quarterback room is going on in Minnesota. That's how bad it's going. But then again, JJ McCarthy's been playing well, so props to him. As they call him 9, we'll see how he goes against us on Sunday. And what? Oh my God, they have a shot. They have a shot to actually go to the playoffs still. Wow. It's like the Detroit Lions. They have a shot. So, wow. But they can't lose. Minnesota has to win out, though. Don't they? So, what's their schedule? Giants. No. No. Not happening. Not happening. They're losing against us. Well, no, I don't know. I kind of want them to beat us, but I don't want to lose at the same time. So, but if they lose against us, then playoffs is over for them. But yes, a full off season is gonna be very good for Jaxson Dart. We keep Jaxson Dart. I think we also keep the first round overall pick unless we get a really good trade for it. Otherwise, we should keep it. Not draft Fernando Mendoza. Not do that. No, we should draft someone that's worth it. Excuse me. That's worth it. And yeah. But overall, guys, I appreciate you guys listening to me and hearing me out. This was interesting. This was actually really fun. I actually like just sitting here and just talking to you guys really mainly about sports in general. And I might do more videos like this overall from now on just to talk about what's coming up, what's the next things. Like right now, like maybe next video, I can talk about like the preview, like Giants and Vikings. What do I think is gonna happen in this game? What's the benefits? What should happen? Should we do this? Should we do that? Like I think we should do that. But overall, oh, this is bad. These hiccups are terrible. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna end the video like that, thanks, and then you guys are gonna hear me having a lot of hiccups. I hope you guys have a great night, great day. Hope you guys enjoy your weekends. Happy holidays. New Year's resolution will be me hopefully posting more on this channel. I hope so. Oh my goodness, these hiccups are terrible. I can't speak. Hope you guys have a great night. Sleep. I was gonna say sleep well. Yeah. Oh my God, these hiccups are terrible. Sleep well, guys. Go Giants. Go Big Blue. Giants will win 24-9 against the Vikings on Sunday. I'll probably make a video about that soon. You guys have a great day. Take care, guys. Peace out.